It's such a pleasure and an honour to be here. I'm dialing in from Ireland this evening, and it's nice to see in the chat if you're near your typing boxes where you're coming in from as we head into this meditation tonight. I'm going to guide you in a Yoga Nidra style practice. Yoga Nidra, the translation is, or one translation of, is the yoga of sleep. So it's a tantric sleep-based meditation, or it's a full body relaxation technique. And so for this meditation, it's traditionally practiced lying down. So I'm going to give you a few moments as we land in to set up your space. And of course, you have full permission to set yourselves up however which way you choose, whatever way you feel comfortable. But as I say, it's going to be around a 20-25 minute meditation practice. So lying down might be the best way for you and your body to receive this. So yeah, taking time now to support the body in whatever way that you need. Taking great care to be as comfortable as possible. And we'll take a few breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, maybe with a sigh on the exhale, maybe with a yawn, as you allow yourself to settle in to stillness. And as you continue to settle and position yourself with great care, welcoming you all to this practice. The practice of deep peace and resilience. Yoga Nidra takes us into the deeper layers of being where we can tap into that fertile ground of presence, of steadiness. And deep peace begins the moment that you choose to welcome the present moment without resistance, by softening into experience, removing the labels of good or bad, joy, pain. In presence, there's little or no suffering. And that's not to say that we're wanting to bypass or suppress how we're feeling, but instead to welcome it all with great tenderness and cultivating our awareness to be able to connect to the deeper parts of ourselves that house this inner steadiness, that can hold it all. The part of us that always remains constant, no matter what is arising in our thoughts, our emotions, or in the external world of our lives. And the more that we tend to this inner landscape, which is what we've been doing today through this meditation marathon, tending to the landscape of our own interiority, the more that we can deeply resource ourselves in our own inner reservoir of resilience to greet, meet, and respond whatever comes our way. And that has a ripple effect then into our lives and into the collective consciousness. So hopefully now you're all set up in a way that serves you and your body in this moment. And know now that being here is all that is required. There's nothing that you need to be doing, nothing that you need to know. Just to be here right now is enough. You don't even need to focus on what I'm saying. Rather, let yourself follow the sound of my voice as it drifts in and out of your consciousness. And now bring awareness, bring that focus of attention to your body in whatever way you've set yourself up. And feel the weightiness, the heaviness of your body sinking down. And allow the earth of the body to settle into the earth beneath you. And taking a moment as we land in to acknowledge the lands that you are on. the physical lands in which you're dialing in from, and acknowledging the peoples of these lands. And if you're not practicing on the lands that you're born of, taking a moment to acknowledge it, to acknowledge those lands too. On this shared planet that we all call home. And coming home to the land of the body. Observe how your breath moves through the body with fluency, like the rivers and waters flow through the earth. Let the flow of breath move through the earthiness of this body. Observe the gentle movements of your abdomen and chest. And feel the body sweetly rise and fall as it is breathed by the winds of the breath. Allow the flowing waters of breath to temper the fire of the mind, softening the point between the eyebrows. Allow the eyes to sink heavily backwards towards the back of the skull. And softening the space behind the eyes. Soften the jaw. Behind gently closed lips, allow the teeth to part and the tongue to rest softly in the upper palate of the mouth. With every exhalation, feel yourself settling a little deeper now. Every inhale welcoming the rivers and streams of breath. Allow your ribs and diaphragm to soften. Soften the belly. Allowing the breath to wash over the whole body as it sinks deeper now into stillness and silent awareness. Allow the mind to dissolve into the flow of the breath, welcoming a deepening feeling of peacefulness. Let this deep peacefulness wash over every part of the body. And allow your breath to continue slow and steady throughout the duration of this practice. And bring your focus of attention now to the space of the inner heart. And feel a warm sense of welcome settling deep within your own inner refuge of the heart. And draw up from the space of the heart an inner fountain. Visualize the ancient wellspring of deep knowing. Allow it to babble to the surface from deep within the core of this resting landscape of the body. Feel these nourishing waters infuse and pervade any hardened clay of the heart. Allow the whole space of the heart to soften now. Soothing and cleansing all worry and tension. And creating space to invite in deep peacefulness and connection to your own inner reservoir of unalterable present awareness. Allow the wellspring at the space of the heart swell and overflow now throughout the whole body. As I name parts of the body, remain in stillness and bring your focus of attention to the parts of the body that are named. Flowing to the space between the eyebrows. Allow the space between the eyebrows to be completely awash with the nourishing waters of your inner well. Pouring down to and pooling at the space between the collarbones. The space of the right shoulder. Right elbow. Allow the calming inner waters to whirlpool at the space of the right wrist. Vitalizing the right hand thumb. Index finger. Middle finger. Ring finger and little finger. Inside the space of the right wrist. And elbow. Shoulder. And back between the two collarbones. Nourishment flowing across to the left shoulder. Elbow and wrist. The tip of the left hand thumb. Index finger. Middle finger. Ring finger and little finger. Inside the left wrist. Elbow and shoulder. And back between the two collarbones, as if both arms, hands, and head were shining with clear crystal streams of present awareness. Allow the awareness to pour down in behind the back of the breastbone. Swirling in behind the left side of the chest, the center of the breastbone. Gently whirlpooling in behind the right side of the chest and back behind the center of the breastbone. Allowing the gentle waters of your awareness to soften the clay at the back of the heart. Awareness flowing down to the belly, behind the navel, pelvis, behind the pubic bones in the center of the pelvis. Allow any ground that is hardened to continue to grow soft. The right hip, knee, and ankle. The big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and little toe. And back inside the right ankle, knee, and hip, and over the space of the pelvis to the left hip, knee, ankle, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and little toe. Inside the left ankle, knee, and hip, and back to the pelvis, as though the legs and pelvis were illuminated with clear crystal streams of peaceful present awareness. Where there was hard, bleak, unyielding ground, now there is a softening steadiness. Fertile ground for life to flow. And for new insights to open. Moving back up to the belly. These waters beginning to still now, the center of the chest, the heart space. Between the collarbones. The space between the eyebrows. The crown of the head. Letting the wellspring of awareness settle in the head. In the throat. And then let it settle back into the deep hearts core. Resting in the vast, welcoming presence of the heart, where everything is welcomed. And remembering that you are safely practicing yoga nidra, invite in a memory now of a time that you felt threatened, a time where you were afraid or frozen. Evoke a memory of a time where you felt threatened and allow it to come alive, noticing the sensations of threat within the body. And now recall a time that you experienced courage or inner strength, and bring into your felt sense a time where you were bold, brave, and resilient. And feel the sensations of courage and resilience alive within you. Return to experiencing threatened, evoking that memory of a time where you were afraid. Then move back to courage and resilience, calling in a memory of a time where you were bold and brave. And hold both the experience of threatened and resilient simultaneously in your awareness now. And then let that go completely and dissolve into the realization that you are not the experience, but that which is experiencing. You are the ever pervading presence that holds it all. And finally, recall a memory or a visual of something that brings immense peace and ease to you. Be it a person, a plant, an animal, an activity that you adore. And let it evoke peace and ease into your felt sense awareness now. Calling in a memory or a visual of something that brings immense peace and ease. And let that feeling integrate through the whole landscape of your body now. Like a warm inward smile spreading through every cell. And come back home to the space of the heart, Welcome home. Know now, in this moment, whatever is arising, that this vast, open state of peacefulness is accessible to you at all times. Home in this steady presence of resting body. Home in your breath. Becoming aware once more of the sweetly rising fall of the breath. Invitation to breathe in fully and exhale and release with a slow and audible sigh as you come back to a more waking state of consciousness. Allow all thoughts to ride on the sound of your breath down to the home at the heart and integrate here. And this practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. We invite you to please continue to hold silence with us a little longer before you drift fully into dream time or into the rest of your day. Holding in your heart Ukraine and the other countries currently hit by war. Afghanistan, Ethiopia, Yemen, Israel, Palestine, Myanmar, Haiti, and all colonized lands and people world over, holding them in your awareness. And I'm going to close the talking part of the practice with words from the late, great Irish poet and philosopher John O'Donoghue. As the fever of day calms towards twilight, may all that is strained and for those who risk their lives each day for peace, may their hearts glimpse providence at the heart of history. That those who make riches from violence and war might hear in their dreams the cries of loss. That we might see through our fear of each other a new vision to heal our fatal attraction to aggression. That those who enjoy the privilege of peace might not forget their tormented brothers and sisters. That the wolf might lie down with the lamb. That our swords be beaten into plowshares and no hurt or harm be done anywhere along the holy mountain.